What's up, everyone? Welcome back to No Warp Gate to Grandmaster. The last episode was one of the most successful ones yet. We beat our highest opponent ever, 5.6k Grandmaster Protoss. We did that with a new invention in PvP, and we also might have made the biggest comeback in StarCraft 2 happen. We reached Grandmaster MMR. Let's get even higher. The first game of the day is against a Grandmaster Zerg player. Now, even though we had that super epic game in PvZ the other day, I did learn that Blink DTs are probably not the right unit to go for. Basically, if I would tell you how that game went, I would say something like, my opponent had an absolute disaster of a game. I feel like I don't even remember everything that went wrong, but everything went wrong for him. Like it was just insane. And then I went for mass Blink DTs because I thought it'd be a good idea. I killed a lot of economy, but it turns out DTs are like the worst unit ever made against roaches. So I lost my entire army of DTs and like 4 bases, and then I literally had, I think, 1 Stalker left at some point against almost 50 roaches. And then I had to hide nexuses over the map and robos, try to get immortals out and stuff. And that's the way when we were eventually, or how we were eventually able to win that. But I did definitely conclude that Blink DTs is a little bit silly to play against Zerg. I guess if you have, maybe if you have a little bit more of a solid setup going for yourself. So let's say you're not straight up going for 10-gate Blink Dark Templar or whatever. Is that a drone on my natural? Is he? Okay, well, I'm guessing I'm proxy hatch. So this is actually a little bit annoying to deal with. But if you have, like, let's say just a couple of gateways making DTs and then going for like 1 or 2 robos behind it or something like that, I feel like it could actually work. But indeed, like the mass DT stuff, that is definitely not going to work out very well. Now, what surprises me here is that my opponent has not actually blocked my base. Looks like he is going to lose this drone if I micro this properly. Looks like barely not. Oh, we do actually get it. Perfect. I guess the probes do have like 0.1 more range now. So he drone scouted me to not really do anything with it. I guess he did confuse me a little bit, which is also a surprisingly strong resource sometimes. Because we'll have to check the main base to see what is actually going on here. Looks like a normal hatch first and then a pool. Gas is... Okay, that's actually noticeable. The gas is a little bit later, which means... Actually, I'm not 100% sure what it means for this case in particular, but a couple times I lost to Zerg because they would go for an extra early pool, and they would just have more Zerglings out than you would expect early on. Now, I would love to go for a triple Nexus play. Actually, something that I could do is I could go for a second gateway already and just chrono boost a bunch of adepts, kind of like that PvT build we've been doing, right? In PvT, I've been trying to play 2-gate Blink Robo without the Blink and the Robo. So basically 2-gate Stalker with a very fast third base because I'm confident that, you know, my Stalker should be able to defend everything. But maybe against Zerg, I can do something similar, but with adepts. I am a little scared of moving this one across. Like, I feel like with how fast that pool finished compared to the gas, I definitely think it's quite likely that something a little cheeky is going on. I haven't seen a third base yet either, which makes me even more suspicious. There's still no third base. I guess he could be taking it on the gold right now. Look at this third base, guys. 254 nex. That's even faster than the PvT nexuses I've been doing. I think in PvT I've been taking it like 305 or something like that, but I was actually a 254 nexus, which is pretty crazy. Guess I'll maybe try to get in here. It would be nice if I get even any kind of information. Looks like he is going to block me. I'm going to be able to see a lair if it is there. There's no lair. There is not even that much gas mined. Okay, well, I officially don't know what we're playing against, to be honest. It looks like he's playing normal, but he just doesn't have a third base. I can't really find any reason why. I mean, it's possible that his build is terrible. I mean, he did drone scout me after all. But that would be a little strange if that's, you know, an entire reason that a Grandmaster Zerg of all players doesn't have a third base. I feel like there must be something going on here. Or maybe he really wanted to go for a hatch block, but he was just confident he would get it down in time. Now, let's see. I'm thinking Forge or Gateway. I'm going to make a couple of gateways first. Maybe that's going to allow me to go for some kind of a charge time. This map does have a pretty nice shade-in spot. Let's see what we're going to find here. Gonna go right over here. This spot is really nice, and there's not really a lot of links. He doesn't even have speed yet. I can block. Oh, look at this! I can block both entrances. Okay, this is actually beautiful. Both of these entrances are blocked, so these links are trading so inefficiently. It's actually crazy. Here we go. Now I'm gonna get in here as well. Dude, he hasn't been mining forever there. I think I'm gonna go for charge as a follow-up. I think I like that idea. I'm gonna go for charge. These adepts might actually survive, or at least one of them. Let me see if he has a... Dude, I could even still hit the attack of the Zergling there. You guys heard that too? Okay, so he did take this base eventually, right? That makes sense. Let's see if I can find anything with these. Probably not. I mean, so far, it still really seems like we have been doing quite fantastic with this opening. I mean, my third base is already finished. And we even did a significant amount of damage in the meantime. I'm very tempted to move out with these adepts as well, but that's maybe a little crazy. Okay, so he does have his Zerglings at home. Then, okay, looks. I was looking at the minimap. It looked like they were going across. Guess I'll just cancel 2 of those. The other 2 can go over here. And now I should have done that before. I'm going to start making some batteries here. It's not going to be that many Zerglings, I think. We're probably just going to be fine. It's not really that hard to defend only Zerglings when you have, you know, a couple of adepts in a very annoying spot like that. Do need a couple more pylons here, though. I'm actually surprised he didn't even get the battery, by the way. I really thought that was going to die. Also, why are these adepts allowed to deny this base the entire time? I feel like our Zerg opponent is a little sleepy, guys. I do talk about how I like to queue at pretty crazy hours. Like right now, it's on average like 4 a.m. on the NA server. And I think that my opponent is most likely a little bit sleepy. That is not a, a crazy explanation for everything that's going on, because so far we've been having a bit of a breeze. We have lost games against Zerg in the past, but this is probably the most comfortable game we've played against Zerg in a long time. Now, I guess at this point, I'll go for the 4th base, and then I'll go for the massive flower setup on the bottom over here. I guess I haven't even really made forges yet, which is a little weird. This is going to be a very big army. Guess I can still shade out with these. I guess maybe only 1 is going to survive. Could also be 0, depending on the surface area. Let's see. Yeah, it is going to be 1. And now he's not paying attention to these zealots because of that. And these zealots should get in at a really unfortunate time for the opponent, I think. Let's see what he has. If he really only has Zerglings, he's just going to die. Okay, he is making roaches at least. I don't have +1 attack. Let's not forget about that. Normally with the Zealot attack, you do have +1, so it's going to be significantly stronger. Here, I don't have that. Let's get a second forge as well. Still think my Zealots are trading very, very efficiently here. Like, keep in mind, my third base was so fast that my economy is absolutely buzzing. So even if this all gets cleaned up, we are really not going to be in trouble. And he's even really struggling with cleaning just these Zealots up. That was only wave number 1, and he's already having a hard enough time. Maybe I shouldn't even send wave number 2 in yet, because I feel like it's a little mean to someone who's already struggling with the first wave of Zealots. Now, he could theoretically have made a hidden expansion at some point, because I just don't see a whole lot. Like, I really feel like this guy just still doesn't have enough stuff. He really should have had more all this time. Like, I know his opening was a little rough with the, like, failed proxy hatch, I suppose. But this is still kind of crazy, right? Like, I really think there should be something more here. Now, I guess I'm just going to split these zealots, try to right-click a couple drones over here, shift-clicking a couple. I'm actually killing so many drones with these, by the way. His economy was already in shambles, and now it's ultra in shambles. Now, I guess it's time for me to make the legendary pylon over there. Should probably take the gold base behind it, too. Like, I don't want to get too overconfident like I did with the Blink DT game the last time. If you guys remember that game, you know, I thought I had won that game 100 times, and then all of a sudden I was dead. And I guess that happens when you don't have Warp Gate and when you're not making any tech units, so I want to be very careful here. I think what I'm going to do is I'll make a couple cannons over here, and then I'll run by these zealots again. If he attacks me, I'll come back with them, but otherwise I'll just run by them. And then I'll make stalkers at home, like I've been doing before. Only 2 gases should be just fine. And then I'll start making zealots from this legendary pylon over here, the Omega Flower. The flower of life, if you will. Let's see, how many can I fit? I think it was freaking 12 last time that I could fit here. I can probably... Oh, no, his army's still there. Wait, does he... He does not have road speed, guys. He has had a lair for quite a while. Kind of curious what's up with that. Okay, here we go. This is the Omega Flower. Can I fit another one somewhere? No, I think that's it, right? Yeah, that's it. Oh, I could have fit one more here if the pylon wasn't so far up. Okay, so I guess this is going to be my 11 gateways over here. I'm going to attack with this army on the left side. And then I'll start rallying. Wait, I need that probe. Please tell me... Okay, it doesn't have minerals, thank goodness. If I couldn't mine that out, then all these units would just be stuck until I send another probe from downtown. Now, let's see if he can defend this now. It looks like he has tunneling claws, but it's kind of hard to tell because of the roach skin. Don't you guys think? In case you guys don't know, you can actually see when they have tunneling claws by the skin. But his roaches, they already have a skin, and it's a little bit hard to tell, to be honest. Okay, so these are just going to rally in here. And now you can tell how many freaking units he has, right? Like, it's actually pretty scary going up against mass roaches where you're just making gateway units without warp gate. Now you guys can see. So I'm going to chill here behind my cannons. Did he have an upgrade yet? I'm going to blink forward just to see. No upgrades. Maybe I can annoy him a little bit. Judging by the movement of his roaches, he does want to turn around and fight. Not quite sure if that is going to be the case. For now, he's just running away. I mean, this is going to be very annoying for him to deal with. Okay, so he's fighting here now. But then the zealots are going to be streaming into the natural. I'm going to have to rally this one over here. My supply is almost maxed, by the way. But I have so many zealots that are just in production right now because they're obviously gateways and not warp gates. He's going to be so surprised how all these zealots keep getting there, by the way. Okay, so he's going to fight against the zealots now. I guess I'll just move these back. I'll target these over there. I have a couple zealots in the main base as well. Admittedly, not the best upgrades. I'm going to blink those away now. Keep in mind, I mostly want to make sure that my stalkers stay alive. If my stalkers stay alive, we're always going to be pretty good. Dude, you can tell the gold income is really streaming in, by the way. Like, there's so much freaking money here. Gonna click these in the main base as well. Blink these back for now. I keep trying to predict when he's going back with the roaches, but he has been catching me off guard a couple times where there are more roaches back than I would have expected. His entire main base is in shambles, and now my stalkers are going to be here as well. Maybe I can buy some time with these for now, and I'm going to start attacking this. I think I should be able to snipe the base, actually. I'll just go for the right click over here. Now, he does really have a lot of roaches, and now I'm actually starting to run there if he somehow took a hidden base. I think I see every single base on the map, but he did so many roaches, right? Like, I know Sir can make a lot of roaches, but isn't this kind of crazy? I feel like this is a little bit crazy, to be honest. But let's see. This is exactly how you want to play it. You just want to micro the stalkers as best as you can, buy time with the zealots. I have more zealots streaming into his base even now, but he's still trying to counterattack me. Let's go a little easy on rallying those units across, and I'll just keep rallying these zealots across over here. Let's see. Is he going to come back again? I think he's coming back again. Dude, I've actually made his brain explode by rallying so many zealots into his base. Like, he knows I'm on 1 million bases, but he just doesn't have the clarity of mind to actually go for the kill, which is realistically his only chance to win this game. He is supposedly still on 1 base. At least I hope he's in 1 base. I'm even gonna do a recall here. Ultra tryhard mode, guys. Here we go. A little bit of a recall. How many gateways do I have, by the way? 18. I have 18 gateways building zealots, sending them to his base, and GG has to be called. And I think it's safe to say this is the hardest this guy has been tortured in a while. This was a Grandmaster Zerg, higher MMR than us. I would love for this to mean that we're actually reaching a new level with this strategy. I mean, I know we played pretty good. This strategy, the opening was very cool, by the way. The adepts with the 3rd Nexus. But I really think this was mostly just our opponent messing up from the start. If I go back to halfway, I feel like we're going to see we're already very significantly ahead just because he wasn't really building the right stuff. I was up in workers and I had my 3rd Nexus already finished. I was building my 4th and he doesn't even have proper drone mining here yet. I already have 7 gateways with charge. And he doesn't have a single road yet. This was a very painful game for him. For us, a nice warm-up. Let's keep it going. Game number 2 is going to be against, I think this is Rotterdam, right? A Twitch streamer, 5.3k Protoss. Now, what sucks for me, guys, is I've actually been quite confident in the new opener that I invented. But this is a little bit of a crazy map. This map has an in-base natural, and it's even a gold base. So I don't think we can possibly own someone by just rallying 1 million gateway units to their base, right? Like, if I can't warp into their main. There is one tactic that I could use that is pretty sick. Not quite sure if we're going to get away with it, though. Check this out, guys. So you have these mineral patches over here, right? I believe these are 20 minerals. So you need 4 trips from a probe to mine that out. But what you can do is you can make a gas over here. And keep switching back and forth. You mine the minerals, then you mine the gas, you mine the minerals again, etc. So you don't have to return back to your main base to leave off the minerals every time, right? Or you don't have to make a nexus over here or whatever. And maybe that could be a cool idea to get some adepts into his base. Yeah, how do I want to play this? Like, normally I go for stalkers, but in this situation, that is going to be... Like, I just don't think I can get up this ramp easily, right? I just think if I make a couple of adepts... and I do the trick where I mine that out, I think we might be able to get somewhere. It's not the craziest idea ever. I also feel like it's maybe not the most original idea. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if someone has done that against him before. I'm pretty sure I saw a Protoss player do it against... I think it was a Terran the other day, so... I guess, you know, that build is probably going to be on his mind. I guess I'll just make a pylon here for now. Should I start doing it anyway? It is extremely tempting to do it, I'll be honest. It is actually extremely tempting. Okay, here we go. I couldn't resist, guys. I don't think it's a good idea, to be honest, because I feel like it's a little obvious, but I actually just couldn't resist. You guys know me. Okay, so let's see. I'll mine that patch one time, and then I'll go back over here. Maybe I'll just... you can actually see on the high ground over there, by the way, which is pretty crazy. Maybe I'll only make 2 adepts. I still have 2 chronos available, or well, the second chrono is coming online now. You see, so now I have the gas, and then I can actually go back to mine the minerals over here. Okay, this is actually so cool. And then I'll just expand behind it really fast, and I'm going to use this to get my adepts into his base. Let's see. I hope he doesn't find it during the last... It's very possible he finds it during the last trip, by the way. There's definitely a possibility there. Let's see. I hope not. Maybe I'll send another probe already, just in case. Let's see, my 2 adepts are coming across the map. Please don't find me right now. I would... No, he's actually gonna find me. Oh, that is such a shame. Yeah, I needed to do it a little faster. I guess... Wait, why is he going back? Why doesn't he... Oh, I guess he's gonna wait on top now. I don't even think this is bad for us, honestly, because I'm already expanding. I wonder if he's expecting me to just keep doing some crazy all-in now or something. Well, I'm clearly not doing that. He's going to be trying to deny that. Guess I'll try to go in here. He's going to let me mine it out, actually, which is pretty crazy. There we go. So now it's mined out, and now I can send those across. I'll get the second gas as well. And we are going to have a couple of adepts in the main base, which is really big news. Here we go. Now we can see the Stargate as well. Not the best target fired by me so far. Guess I'll split these now. Now I got 4. There we go. Gonna get a 5th probe as well. And this strategy still worked out absolutely massively. I just hope that my stalkers aren't going to be too late for the Oracle. That would be an absolute shame if they were. But so far, this has been a very successful opener. I don't think he's gonna have... Okay, he actually is gonna have a Phoenix already. I was gonna say, he's not gonna have a Stargate unit yet that can help him counter my adepts, but he actually did. Might be able to still get that probe, by the way. There we go. Maybe even another one. Oh, he's actually losing a lot here, guys. This is massive. Now, I guess if he's gonna go for Phoenixes, I might not even have to worry about an Oracle. Wait, this probe was still chilling here, mining stuff. I didn't even realize. Let's see, how far ahead is his natural base? If it's far ahead... Okay, yeah, it's actually just finished. How many probes does he have? He has no probes yet. That is interesting. I'm actually gonna block this. Let's see. I would love to block the other side as well. Can I? No, I'm not quite... Okay, that would have been so cool if I could. Let's see. I think I'm going to make Blink instead of another Stalker since he is going to go for Phoenixes. This is not going to be too annoying because he's not actually sending his probes over to mine here, so I can cancel that one. Now, what do I want to do after this? Like, I'm going up against Phoenixes. I don't really think I want to make anything besides Stalkers and eventually Zealots. So I suppose that I'll just keep going with the way I'm doing things now. Let's get a little bit of HP damage on that Phoenix would be nice. There we go. And then I could even consider going for the gold base in the middle of the map, by the way. Like that is definitely a little crazy, but I could actually go for it. I think I'm going to kill a Phoenix here, guys. Yeah, that is massive. Phoenix is an ultimate snowball unit, so every single one you can kill is really big. And I guess now I'll just go for the third base already, because that's going to put a lot of pressure on him. I like how I still have this gas, just kind of scouting what's going on here. That's actually pretty cool. Okay, third nexus is going to go down. I have played against Rotterdam's macro style before, and I think what he usually likes to do is go for Phoenix and Robo. Against Theron, he likes to play Charge. I think against Protoss, he likes to play Robo. So he'll go for like Phoenix Immortal, kind of like a very high-tech composition. So I think what I want to do is just get Blink and then Charge. Make sure I get enough Gateway, so I'll make another one right now. Maybe I can even afford another one because it's quite hard when you don't have Warp Gates because you're not going to get the payoff as fast as you normally would, right? So I think this is going to be a good idea. Looks like I might get some HP damage on this Phoenix again. Well, actually a little bit. Thought it was going to be worse than that, to be honest, so quite happy. Now, Blink is finished, so I can be a little more adventurous with my Stalkers. I can always catch up to the Phoenixes, but I need to make sure I don't get overwhelmed by the Phoenix count, because a lot of Phoenixes means they can lift all of my Stalkers, and then, you know, suddenly we might be in trouble. So I'm going to make a pylon over here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to send it across to scout with. And then if I see an army coming across, then that's, I guess, going to be the tell that I should start making Zealots in particular. At least if I see Immortals, right? If it's just going to be Zealots and Phoenixes or whatever, then I think we can just keep making Stalkers as well. But otherwise, we might have to make some Zealots. Let's see what I can find over here. There's nothing over here yet. Kind of seems like he might be on just 2 bases, unless there's a hidden base. I think I'm going to make a robo just in case it's DTs. I'm getting a little scared of DTs. I haven't seen an army yet on the map. That does scare me as well, to be honest. Okay, so he finds my probe over here. I could send those stalkers across there. I'm going to make a pylon here, actually, just to kind of contain him. Let's see. Oh, okay. Oh, looks like we are going to go up against Zealots. That is nice to know, I guess. This is pretty risky what I'm doing here, by the way. I'm just going to depower this real quick. Oh, he cancels it. Oh, okay. I was thinking I was a little crazy there because he could have had the Phoenixes nearby and then we would have been in trouble. But instead, it worked out really well. Let's see. I'm going to make... okay, he has a lot of Phoenixes here. I think I need to target the Phoenixes more than anything else. Okay, here we go. He's not going to be able... Oh, he's actually going to walk into the main base. That's an interesting move. But I'm going to... Oh, the pylon was actually in such a good timing, by the way. That's a really nice timed pylon. Okay, so he went for the lifts on the Stalkers, but my Stalkers are in a really good position here. So I can just use the battery overcharge. Let's see if I can snipe a Phoenix. Doesn't look like it. Might have to make some more batteries and stuff. I should probably kill my own pylon. I should have canceled that, but... Oh, he's going to go for the pro. Yeah, I don't mind this at all, to be honest. Like, I already have a third Nexus and stuff, so it's not really the biggest deal ever to me. I'll just repower all of those and then... or rebuild all of those instantly, and then we're fine. I think that's usually what you want to do against Phoenixes anyway. You just kind of rebuild the workers that you lose. Now, he did leave the front of my base. What do I want to do now? It is a little tricky to go up against just pure mass Phoenix, right? Like, it's not the simplest thing ever. I guess I'll go for +1 attack now and just keep making Stalkers like crazy. I'll get 1 gas here because why not? Make 1 observer as well. That's so much gas, by the way, for someone who only has 2 gases. So I suppose that I'm not really going to be making any more tech units after this. I think at this point, he probably took his own base already. Maybe even took a gold base. That is also possible. And the reason I say that is because he had map control. And then he went to kill my probes with the Phoenixes. Which kind of means that he wants to give up on the army fight and go for the big picture instead. At least that's the way I interpreted it. See? Oh, I think I... No, okay. I thought I chrono boosted something that wasn't building something. Glad I didn't. There's an observer over here. Is it right? I'm not blind. No, okay, there's an observer over there. Guess I'll go ahead and kill that. Okay, I'm still zoomed in. Don't want to make you guys too dizzy. I played a game like that once, and it's awful. It's really freaking hard, and it makes you incredibly dizzy. Okay, so we killed that. He's going to be able to kill this base pretty fast for sure. Just going to make sure that... Oh, I can blink forward now because he's close to this choke. Because I'll kill a bunch of these units. I lost something. I don't even know what it was that I lost, to be honest. But I just want to make sure that I stay near these choky areas around the mineral patches. Yeah, so he does have the gold. Pretty much what I expected. Okay, so just keep chrono boosting all of these. Do I need a couple more gateways? I think I could definitely use a couple more. Like, the mass zealots are a little scary because they fight so well in the open. Like, technically, you could counter this by playing absolute mass stalkers, but in that case, he's going to be maxed before me, which is also quite scary, right? Okay. I think this is my sign to go for, to be honest. He's going to waste all of his Phoenix energy on doing that again. So then I think I'm going to, come over here with my stalkers real quick. Here we go. Just blink in. Make sure I get a good area around here. He's activating the battery overcharge, but there's actually nothing really being healed by that. Guess we can target down these Phoenixes 1 by 1 as well. Let's see. I'll blink over here to get an even better surface area. And I think overall that was a pretty solid fight by us. We did lose a lot of stuff, but I also killed most of his probes there, right? I'll go for the blink forward again, just because this is such a good location, right? Like, every time the Zealots just get bunched up like crazy. I'm going to be able to kill all of the Phoenix here. Pretty much all of them, I think. Let's see. That one is also going to die. And now the Phoenixes are gone. I'm just going to be able to kite freely forever, basically. Really happy with how these trades worked out. I think I could use a couple more probes over on this gold base as well. You go over there. Let's see. Guess I'll just go for the blink forward again. Like, I really like this idea of just blinking into the choke, because he's never going to take an efficient fight in these. Now, he does have Archons now. Those are going to be a little more tricky to deal with, but like, this area is so freaking good for me. Now, he's going to get a couple of Immortals out, so I do want to be careful with that. Guess I'll just target down the Archon. He's still rebuilding Phoenixes, which I think at this point is probably a bit of a mistake. So I'll go for the blink forward again. This has been a very interesting micro battle, I have to say. Extremely interesting. Definitely not what you would see normally. Okay, let's see. Try to get that one. Oh, that was a little bit of a YOLO blink forward there by me. Guess I'll target down the Phoenix one more time. There we go. I just keep blinking forward every time to get another free unit. I really like it, to be honest. It feels very enjoyable to play with these blink forwards. Even if it's a little psycho, I guess that just fits my style. So what can I say? Now, he might have had another base throughout this time. I think I'm going to go for my +2 attack upgrades now as well. Get a couple more gateways. I don't see a base at the bottom here. I should probably just keep trading the way I've been doing. But I also don't want to be too predictable, I guess. I'm not quite sure what he can do against it, though. He can most likely just make immortals, and that is going to be it. Right? Guess I'll send one guy over there. Let's see if I can find a base. Doesn't look like there's a base. Can I get the one immortal? Would be nice. A little bit of blink micro. Looks like I will probably get one immortal there. Exactly. Every immortal I can kill is super nice because it's like a really big, part of the snowball gun, I suppose. Like if he's gonna get way too many immortals and archons and stuff, then we're not gonna have such a hot army anymore, I'm afraid. Let's see. I just want to kill this one archon. It's gonna go quite well. Dude, stalkers are so good, man. I feel like I really needed stalkers in my StarCraft career. I didn't know how much I needed stalkers until now. See, I'm going to try to run by with these, and then I'll attack with my stalkers again. I do have 1 million gateways right now. My probe count is relatively low, admittedly. Guess I'll just try to target down these phoenixes again. Actually, it didn't really get most of them, so that's not the best fight for me so far. So I got a bunch of zealots into the base now, which is really nice. Oh, don't stop rallying these, please. Okay, then I'll go over here. Looks like he's going to try to take a big fight. My zealots are doing really well, for sure. Okay, I guess I'm just going to go over here, activate battery overcharge. Should be a decent enough engagement for me. He did have a cannon, sadly. Would have been really nice if he didn't. Now, I think at this point, since the zealots are gone, I can pretty much just blink on top of the immortals. There we go. The immortals are gone. And without the immortals, he just doesn't have the staying power. Like, the archons are good because they're tanky. But if they don't have immortals to tank for, then it's just not really going to be that spectacular. GG is going to be called. And we have defeated Rotterdam after 14 minutes. All right. Units lost is almost exactly the same. Only 138 difference. Now, I do quickly want to check what position the early gas trick with the adepts sent us in, because we used 4 adepts and we built a gas. I think we also lost a probe. We had to send another one. So we got 4 workers ahead, and I think the tech is also looking pretty good. So we were definitely in a pretty good spot. Well, he does have a Stargate and almost a Twilight Council, so not sure about that. Supply is the same. But I definitely think it put us a little bit ahead, and that was even with him scouting the probe and killing the first one. So I would definitely say this was a successful opener. Let's go for the final game. The final game is going to be against another Protoss, but this time on, I was going to say a normal map. Now, obviously, the other map is normal as well, but you could tell that it was definitely a little crazy. I mean, we opened up with a freaking proxy gas, so that I feel like that should say enough about the map. I think this game we're going to go back to that strategy that we figured out recently, which is the super crazy 3-gate opening. I think I was even in the process of managing to convince some of my pro friends to try out the triple gate opening. It would be so funny to see someone successfully do that in a professional tournament game. Now, I feel like that's going to be, really, really difficult. Because the thing is, guys, when you play at the pro level, the executions of the build, they're so tight that every single weakness your build possibly has is going to be exposed. That's kind of the thing, right? So this build, it should have a weakness. If it doesn't, someone most likely would have invented it already. Now, it is possible sometimes, even in this day and age, that, pro players have missed something and they didn't invent a build. But, there is most likely going to be a significant weakness somewhere. So when this is going to be executed at pro level, it could fail. From my experience, however, sometimes players get very nervous playing against weird stuff, or they get nervous in tournaments, or maybe this build is actually just freaking genius, right? It's possible. It's unlikely, but it's possible. So I could see it steal a map at some point. I think maybe I should try it myself, playing either random or just picking Protoss. So here we go. The 3-gate opening is commencing. I could make a pylon in the middle of the base, or in the corner of his base, rather. I think it's maybe a little too obvious if I do it now, because he already saw my probe come from the bottom side. I think it's too expensive to proxy another gate anyway, right? Like, I was thinking, like, even... Let's say I make one gateway here, right? Even just one zealot consistently running into the base is actually super annoying, Like, even that is pretty tough to deal with. But I mean, look at my money. If I made another pylon and a gateway now, I would literally have $0 to afford anything from home. Now, actually, I'm going to go for the triple adept opening. We haven't done this before, but you can actually afford that, which is pretty cool. We're going to go for the triple adept opening. I wonder... I feel like his mind has to be blown if I do that. Okay, so let's see. When are these going to finish? Somewhat soon. I'm going to have a bunch of chronos available. No way! He used a force field for that, guys. Okay, well, I really like that, to be honest. He used a freaking force field. Wait, should I... I could go for... Oh, my goodness. I could go for really fast 6 adepts as well. God, this is so stupid. I'm going to chrono boost 2 of them just so I have them faster. This is going to be the fastest 6 adepts ever. Like, literally ever. This is going to be very funny. I do think I have to wait for the extras. He does... Okay, this is actually a bit of a tough decision here. He is making a shield battery. I think, like, sentries are not as weak anymore against adepts as they used to be. He's going to be very shocked that there's actually 3 adepts out here already. Please tell me I can kill that before the battery. I think barely not. Oh, we do get it. Okay, thank goodness. There we go. Now, I probably have to make some stalkers here, guys, because our opponent doesn't have a nexus. Now he's going to see how many freaking adepts it actually is. Okay, let's bring these back. You guys all go over here. Try to go around. Yeah, I'm really afraid that a proxy oracle is about to ruin my entire career. That's what I'm mostly afraid of. Because I'll chrono boost one of these stalkers. Add another pylon over here. Dude, I didn't even think about this possibility until now. The freaking the ultra fast 6 adept opener. Like, my opponent was playing ultra safe. Oh, maybe I can get a stalker. If I get the micro right, I'm going to be able to kill that, I think. Barely not, maybe. Maybe... Can I kill this pylon? Actually, I've never tried this. It looks like... Well, maybe I can actually kill it. I don't think I'm going to try. I can see... Okay, he's... Oh, that's kind of scary. He went for 3-gate Robo. I'm going to cancel this and go for a Stargate. I feel like Stargate is one of our best options here. Just because I can make Phoenixes against the Immortal. Now, I feel like my opponent... I could be wrong. I could misremember, but I feel like he hasn't scouted at all, and he was still playing super safe. Which leads me to believe that this build could be even cooler as well. Now let's see what I can find over here. Looks like he's playing so defensive with a freaking Immortal and stuff. I guess as long as I get enough Phoenixes up, we should be fine. Let's see, I'll shade there again, see what I can find. These non-stop shades are very annoying to deal with, by the way. Maybe I can finish this one as well. I'm just going to go for it. Why not? I just want to keep him at home and be really annoying. Like, keep in mind, my base is already finished, so this is actually quite annoying for him to deal with. Is he going to let us in? He's not going to let us in, unfortunately. One is going to live, I believe, right? Yeah, one is going to live. And all right, we have our base already. I wouldn't be surprised if he's going to try to go for an all-in of some sort. Like, at this point, he's killed 5 adepts, and I haven't really killed that much with them, to be honest. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm going to see his army move across the map very shortly here. I don't think I want to make a battery, because the fight I want to take is actually just going to be a fight outside on the map where I can live the Immortals and stuff, right? Let's see. He's going to see my 1 adept now. He has 2 Immortals. Yeah, this is going to be the perfect fight for us. I'm going to chrono boost 1 more of these. I think I could also make a couple Zealots over here. Dude, I'm so excited about this build because it feels so much better in so many different ways that it should, which is just freaking awesome, you know? But it's okay. So we found his army. I don't have a 3rd base, which is going to surprise him. Let's see. Is he going to fall back? He's not going to fall back, but he probably should, guys. He probably should fall back because I'm about to go for this. And I'm going to be lifting both Immortals here. And I think I should also just target fire those down. I don't think this shield activates while they're lifted. Okay, so that one's going to die, and that one's going to die as well. Oh, that one actually lived a little bit longer. I am slowly running out of units. It's really nice for me that he's targeting the Phoenixes, I think, because the Immortals are already dead. Let's see. Okay, he's mismicroing the Warp Prism here, so we are going to be able to kill that Prism. Let's see. Let's make sure to spread my fire equally. And we have managed to kill pretty much his entire army here. I could probably... Oh, barely not save that one. But we have done it. All right. 23 probes only. So he really went for... basically a full 1 base all-in with a fake nexus, and we managed to survive. Guys, really, I think this build is so awesome. Could this actually work at the pro level? The triple adepts, I guess triple adepts is something you can save for when they don't probe scout kind of thing. Man, this is really freaking cool, and that is an awesome end to this episode. Actually, 3 Brangers, in my opinion, played against a high MMR Proto streamer as well, and we won with a crazy proxy gas G's on post-youth, and that's going to be it for today. Hope you guys had a fantastic time. If you did, give a video a like, subscribe to the channel, and see you all for the next one. Adios.